English with Sunny.
Welcome back to the English Boost podcast, your cozy place to learn easy English through real-life conversations and master your own mind at the same time.
Exactly, and hello everyone. Whether you are walking the dog in the park right now, aggressively washing some very dirty dishes, stuck in terrible morning traffic, or just lying in bed staring at the ceiling, we are so happy you are hanging out with us.
We really are. And I have to ask, Cris, why aggressively washing dishes? Is everything okay?
Well, Sunny, I had a moment yesterday. You know the self-checkout machines at the grocery store?
Oh, yes, I know them well.
Right, so I was scanning my apples and the machine kept yelling at me. Unexpected item in the bagging area, over and over. And I don't know why, but I just snapped. I mean, I got so mad at this piece of plastic. I actually argued with it out loud in front of like 15 people.
Wait, you yelled back at the robot?
I did. I pointed at it and said, "It is an apple. You watched me scan the apple." And then the security guy slowly walked over, and I was so embarrassed. I just wanted the floor to swallow me up.
Oh, Cris, that is a perfect example of what we are talking about today, the power of not reacting. Because reacting immediately, especially when we're annoyed or stressed, usually ends in embarrassment.
Always. Never once has yelling at a robot improved my life.
And for our listeners, just a quick reminder, this is a B1 and B2 level podcast. There is absolutely no pressure to understand every single word we say. We speak naturally, like two friends in a coffee shop.
Yep. And if we use any confusing words, don't panic. Just keep listening to the flow of the story. Sunny will guide us through a calming word tour at the very end of the episode to review all the tough vocabulary.
Exactly. So let's dive into this. Why is it so hard to just pause? Why do we feel this intense need to react the second someone says something rude, or an email comes in with a passive-aggressive tone, or, a grocery store machine insults us?
Honestly, it feels like a survival instinct. Like if I don't defend myself immediately, I lose.
That is a great way to put it. It's our fight or flight response. Wait, let me explain that quickly. Fight or flight is a natural human instinct. It's how our bodies react to danger. We either want to stay and fight or run away.
Right, like thousands of years ago, if a tiger jumped out of a bush, you had to react instantly. But today, the tiger is just your boss asking where a report is, or your sister sending a sarcastic text message.
And because our bodies still process that stress the same way, we often lash out. Oh, to lash out means to suddenly attack someone with words because you're angry or hurt. We lash out before our logical brain can even catch up.
I do that a lot, especially in family group chats. Actually, let me tell you about last Thanksgiving. My aunt sent a message to the group saying, "Cris, are you bringing your famous dry chicken again this year?"
Oh no, she didn't.
She did, and Sunny, I saw red. I didn't even breathe. My thumbs were flying across the phone screen. I typed out this huge paragraph about how her potato salad tastes like wet cardboard.
Oh, Cris, that is terrible. Did you send it?
I hit send immediately, and then the silence, the terrible, heavy silence in the group chat. And about 2 minutes later, my mom texted me privately and said, "Cris, she was joking."
Oh, wow. That is the danger of the immediate reaction. It destroys relationships over things that aren't even real threats.
It really does. I felt so stupid. I had to apologize, and it made the whole dinner so awkward. I just wish I could take those 5 seconds back.
And that's the thing we want to tell everyone listening right now who relates to this. If you struggle with your temper, if you send emails too fast, if you argue with internet strangers, you are not strange. You are not broken. You're just human.
Thank you, Sunny. I needed to hear that after the robot incident.
It's true for all of us. I like to think of reacting like trying to catch a falling knife in the kitchen.
Oh, that's a good comparison.
Right? If a sharp knife falls off the counter, your instinct is to reach out and grab it before it hits the floor. But if you do that, you're going to cut your hand badly. The smartest, safest thing to do is absolutely nothing. Just step back and let it fall.
Wow, just let it hit the floor.
Yes, let the rude comment hit the floor. Let the stressful email just sit there. You don't have to catch it. You don't have to engage with it the second it drops.
That makes so much sense, because when someone pushes your buttons, meaning when someone knows exactly how to make you angry, they're basically dropping that knife hoping you try to catch it.
Exactly. So, how do we actually stop ourselves? How do we build that space between the event and our reaction?
I need the answer to this, desperately. My grocery store reputation depends on it.
Well, I use a very simple 3-step method. I call it the drop, breathe, choose framework.
Okay, drop, breathe, choose. I have my mental notepad ready.
Step 1 is drop. Literally, drop whatever you're holding. If you're holding your phone and typing an angry reply, put the phone face down on a table. If you're reading an email, take your hands off the keyboard and drop them into your lap. Break the physical connection to the stress.
Oh, I like that. It's like a physical interrupt. It stops the momentum.
Exactly. Because when we're angry, our bodies are tense. We grip our phones tight, we clench our jaws. Dropping your hands forces a tiny moment of physical relaxation.
Okay, what is step 2? Breathe?
Yes, but not just a normal breath. Step 2 is breathe, but you have to force a long exhale. Breathing in gives you energy, but breathing out slowly actually calms your nervous system down. It tells your brain, hey, there is no tiger here. We're safe.
Let me think. So if I'm at the checkout machine, instead of pointing at the apple, I should just drop my hands to my sides and let out a long breath. Like that.
Perfect. It buys you time. And that brings us to step 3, choose. Once you've dropped the physical tension and taken a long breath, your logical brain turns back on. Now you can look at the situation and choose a response instead of just reacting blindly.
Right. A reaction is automatic, but a response is a choice.
Exactly, Cris. That's beautifully said.
Thanks. I surprise myself sometimes. But actually, choosing a response gives you your power back. When you react immediately, the other person or the machine is controlling you. When you pause and choose, you are in control.
That is the core of it. True power isn't shouting the loudest. True power is staying completely calm when everyone expects you to be angry.
Okay, I want to test this. Let's do a rapid-fire challenge.
Oh, a game? I'm ready.
I'm going to give you 3 stressful situations, and you have to tell me how you would use drop, breathe, choose to handle them.
Bring it on.
Situation 1. You're driving and someone suddenly cuts in front of you on the highway without using their signal.
Okay, first I drop. I can't drop the steering wheel, obviously, but I can relax my grip. Usually, I squeeze the wheel when I'm mad, so I loosen my hands. Second, breathe. I let out a long sigh. Third, choose. I choose to remind myself they might be rushing to a hospital, or maybe they just made a mistake. I choose to keep driving safely instead of honking my horn.
Brilliant. Okay, situation 2. Your coworker takes credit for a project you did in front of the boss during a meeting.
Ooh, that's a tough one. That hurts.
Very triggering.
First, drop. I would put my pen down on the desk and put my hands on my knees under the table to ground myself. Second, breathe. A silent, slow exhale through my nose so nobody notices. Third, choose. I choose not to argue in the middle of the meeting. Instead, I choose to speak to the coworker and the boss privately afterward with clear facts.
That is so much more professional than flipping the table, which would be my first instinct.
Table flipping is rarely a good career move, Cris.
Good to know. Okay, last one. You post a nice photo of your weekend on social media, and someone leaves a really mean comment about your outfit.
Easy. Drop. I put my phone face down on the sofa. Breathe. Deep exhale, reminding myself that happy people don't leave mean comments on the internet. Choose. I choose to just delete the comment and block the person. No reply needed.
I love it. You let the knife fall to the floor.
Exactly. It's a game changer, and it's something everyone listening can start practicing today.
Well, before we send them off to practice, we need to calm things down and review all this great vocabulary.
Let's do it. Welcome to the Calm Word Tour. We are going to review some of the most useful English expressions from today's conversation. Just relax, listen, and let the words sink in.
Our first word is lash out. This is a phrasal verb. It means to suddenly attack someone with angry words or physical violence, usually because you are hurt or stressed. For example, she was so tired from working all day that she lashed out at her friend over a small joke. Or, try not to lash out when you receive negative feedback. You can repeat, lash out. Slowly, lash out.
Next, we have the phrase, push your buttons. This means to do or say exactly what is necessary to irritate or anger someone, usually on purpose. For example, my little brother knows exactly how to push my buttons. Or, don't let him push your buttons, just ignore him. You can repeat, push your buttons. Slowly, push your buttons.
Number 3 is see red. This is an idiom that means to suddenly become very angry. For example, when I saw the dent in my new car, I just saw red. Or, he sees red whenever anyone insults his cooking. You can repeat, see red. Slowly, see red.
Our fourth phrase is take the bait. This means to react to a provocation or a trick, much like a fish biting a hook. For example, he was trying to start an argument, but she refused to take the bait. Or, I know it's a trap, I'm not going to take the bait. You can repeat, take the bait. Slowly, take the bait.
Next is impulsive. This is an adjective describing someone who acts suddenly without thinking about the consequences. For example, buying that expensive jacket was a very impulsive decision. Or, try not to be so impulsive when responding to emails. You can repeat, impulsive. Slowly, impulsive.
Number 6 is bite your tongue. This means to force yourself not to say something you really want to say, usually to avoid an argument. For example, I had to bite my tongue when my boss gave me that ridiculous advice. Or, sometimes it's better to bite your tongue and keep the peace. You can repeat, bite your tongue. Slowly, bite your tongue.
Then we have brush it off. This phrasal verb means to ignore criticism or an insult, treating it as if it's not important. For example, she received a mean comment online, but she just brushed it off. Or, he tends to brush off compliments because he is shy. You can repeat, brush it off. Slowly, brush it off.
And our final phrase for today is keep your cool. This means to remain calm in a difficult or stressful situation. For example, even when the customer was yelling, the waiter kept his cool. Or, it's hard to keep your cool when you're stuck in traffic. You can repeat, keep your cool. Slowly, keep your cool.
Awesome job, everyone. I feel much more relaxed already.
Me too. Now it's time for your small homework assignment. We want you to practice not reacting.
Yes! Think about a time recently when you successfully kept your cool, or maybe a time when you didn't and you wish you had.
Go down to the comments section and tell us your story. And here is the challenge. Try to use at least one vocabulary word from today's word tour in your comment.
I'll be reading them. Maybe I'll share my next grocery store adventure there too. If you enjoyed spending time with us today, please hit the like button, subscribe to the channel, and share this with a friend who might need a little peace and quiet in their life.
We appreciate every single one of you. Keep practicing, be kind to yourself, and remember to just let the knife drop.
This is Sunny.
And this is Cris.
And you have been listening to the English Boost podcast. Bye. Your progress doesn't end here. To continue advancing your English skills, click on the next video or explore the additional videos we've thoughtfully selected for you.